Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm your host and sole commentator, Masu Pro Wrestlington, and we are back with some more MPW Thursday Night Throwdown, whatever you like to call it, with B.A. Tycho. 2 weeks ago on Saturday, B.A. Tycho, I know he was very upset at the last Premium Live event, As Good as Gold. B.A. Tycho had two of his coalition members in the championship matches, and neither one of them came out on top. Both Greg and Blueness were defeated by the current reigning champions. And I know B.A. Tycho's not super pleased with that, but if you need a job done, you better do it yourself. So it looks like maybe the leader of the coalition is going to look for an opportunity at getting into that championship match, especially the Icon Division championship match. If they could get into this rumored multi-man match by the bosses upstairs and get all three of the icons in it, that would completely decimate the opportunity for Flair to have that championship be retained. Even with both B.A. Tycho and a bear in the corner of Greg and Blueness, respectedly, they were unable to get that championship. Greg had a huge misstep in his, and Blueness had a very, very good fight, but was just unable to pick up the win. I think it was that war of attrition, as I was talking about, that just Blueness gave out there. But now B.A. Tycho's going to go up against Dobby. I mean, these two, I talk about this all the time, but these matches are so important for you, especially when you don't know what the bosses upstairs have planned, and only hear a little bit of rumors getting leaked from employees in the back. The bosses upstairs keep their plans tight in a little black book in their office that I've only ever seen once. Dobby is in a position I think someone like Potato is in, where they had a shot at the title, but didn't quite get it, and haven't been able to get one since. Can Dobby beat B.A. Tycho here and earn that opportunity again, or at least get their name in the hat in front of the eyes of the boss upstairs? Dobby versus B.A. Tycho. Sending Dobby off of the top rope. These two behemoths are going to go at it. I know that B.A. Tycho's got to feel a little bit annoyed, especially after working with Greg to take down Sleepy in the #1 contenders match. Ostensibly giving Greg that title opportunity, I feel like maybe Bonk feels regret in that decision of giving Greg that opportunity to get the championship. Though Greg is a complete anomaly, I think, in my estimations, I would say putting Greg up against someone like Flair was a good decision, because Flair literally has no way to prepare for him. And Flair, historically, sorry, that was really loud, historically, is known for someone that likes to have plans and likes to prepare. And you can't really prepare for someone like Greg. What was that clothesline? Oh my god! Blasted through B.A. Tycho's clothesline and sends him into the corner. Talk about unpredictability. Dobby shares that name. But also, I will say that someone like Flair is able to deal with unpredictability, was the first ever champion to defend against a cash-in for their title. Saito suplex by B.A. Tycho. And Flair's own wife, GlitchyBasturds, is the one that holds the other golden opportunity. Setting up Dobby onto the apron, spine first. Sending Dobby into the ring. Up and over the top rope. Tycho just not even a suplex, just tossing him up and over. Dobby once again trying to get that ground and pound, but B.A. Tycho reversal this time. Reverses the control. Another axe handle to the back. We did see that BA Tycho in that triple threat against Sleepy and Greg. Any means necessary seems to be the motto of the coalition. Even if it's a little bit of underhanded tactics. BA Tycho seems to believe that the ends justify the means. BA Tycho was looking for something but gets caught by Dobby. Dobby flipping BA Tycho around in the corner. What is Dobby looking for on the top rope? Oh my god. I think he's looking for that avalanche power bomb! Sending BA Tycho straight to hell. 1, 2. Kick out of 2. The go to hell before you die power bomb. Takes him down again. The GTHBYD from Dobby nearly took it out. Took BA Tycho out. And now BA Tycho in plain sight. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Kick out of 2. A second one! A second one from BA Tycho! 2! No! Kick out of 2 again by Dobby! Back to back, it's not enough! But Dobby needs some time to roll out to the ring right in front of the French-Canadian commentators table. Over the top rope! Doesn't connect! I guess Greg and Blueness are not the only ones in the coalition making a miscalculation in their matches. But BA Tycho seems to be the only one that can come back from it. Working over the leg. BA Tycho fighting with Dobby on the outside to get him into a Boston Crab. You can't submit your opponent on the outside of the ring, but you can wear them down for as long as you have time left. Maybe trying to wear down the clock. The referee definitely giving them time. Definitely giving them time. Dobby rolls him over, but of course you can't pin or submit your opponents on the outside. The timeskeeper and the ring announcer moving to the outside, or moving into the behind the barricade. 7. BA Tycho breaks that count. She did a little attitude adjustment. And a forearm to the back, readjusting his spine. Dobby. A fuckbuster from Dobby. And now spinning him around. Is he gonna... He's got him in like some sort of submission. He's tied up BA Tycho like a pretzel on the outside. These two just wearing each other down. BA Tycho up and over. Doesn't quite get all of it, but does connect, resetting the count again. Hammer fists. They're so deadly we have to censor them on live television. What is BA Tycho looking for? As much punishment. Oh my god. Final ignition to Dobby on the outside. Using Dobby's own move. Setting him into the post. And now setting him into the barricade and the timeskeeper corner into their chairs. 6 count. BA Tycho just tossing Dobby around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. As BA Tycho might get a count out. And Dobby is unable to make it to his feet. BA Tycho taking a little bit of the easy way out, as some people call it. The the dishonorable win. But a win's a win. B.A. Tycho. Any means necessary for the coalition. A whole new side of B.A. Tycho we're seeing as we will move on to the next match of the night. It is time for the second match of the evening in MPW. Idol Division one-on-one contest. Dancing with Draven. Another idol that didn't quite make it very far in the number one contenders tournament. The last number one contenders tournament. But with the land of opportunity comes a knockin', and I feel like I don't want to be that guy who's putting speculation out there, unnecessarily stirring the pot. But I feel like if anybody could take down Rize's championship reign, over 200 some days now at this point, I feel like it could be Draven. Over 245 days. Just under 100 days off of a full year as champion for Rize. So I feel like Draven could potentially be the one to dethrone the longest reigning champion. The first ever champion and the first ever two-time champion could be the difference maker. The idol that's been carrying that championship since week 10. And speaking of Rize, the Shogunate member Azanaza will be going up one-on-one against Draven. Azanaza, I think, was definitely not as loud as Ayasu was in the last championship match, but was an integral part to Rize retaining the championship. But, I mean, Azanaza talked to me many weeks ago backstage, and we talk about it very frequently, that Azanaza was talking about having a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, feeling to be the black sheep of the Shogunate, feeling that they aren't able to, or they're not seen as, they're seen as the third member, not as a core member of the team, not being a former champion of any kind. Ayasu is a former openweight champion. Azanaza hasn't really gotten those opportunities yet, haven't really obtained a champion, had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. And I gotta say that Azanaza, I've been very impressed with, and I think that they're finally coming into their own. Though I feel like there's still that sense of, I need to prove myself every time that they step in the ring. That isn't necessarily a negative, but can cloud your judgment going into a match, especially against someone like Draven that is willing to do anything it takes to win, and really knows how to target your weaknesses. As I say that, already busting open the top, or the right eye of Azanaza. Draven has already sighted a weakness and is jumping right onto it. Draven up top, absolutely wasting no time to get into it. Cross body to Azanaza. And a big boy senton. Again, being an unbiased commentator, I would love to see Draven in another title opportunity. Maybe being one of the number one contenders for Rize's title this go-around. Azanaza rolling to the outside of the ring. Could we see another count-out victory? Draven standing tall, just eyeing Azanaza. Azanaza, I mean, I was talking about that doubt running into your head and clouding your judgment and clouding your mind. That might already be affecting Azanaza in this match. Azanaza seems a little bit out of it. I mean, they already got that cut over their eyes, so, who can blame them, but Shooting Star Press doesn't get it. Or Booty Pop and Moonsault, excuse me, doesn't get it. Does a full circle with that drop kick. Gets in at 6. Draven is not wanting to spend too much time on the outside. Snapmare. Going off the ropes in a drop kick. Sliding drop kick. Ooh, 3 count. Wow. That definitely is not going to be helping Azanaza's opinion of themselves. They just barely grabbed the bottom ropes, and I think it was a miscalculation, a misstep. Azanaza grabbed the bottom ropes, touched it. I don't think the referee saw it. Was already in the middle of that 3rd count, and Draven takes a win. I know that's not going to be good when Azanaza's talking about themselves, you know, having that chip on their shoulder. I think that's going to just worsen that problem. But going into that match, I don't think Azanaza was ready. But I hope you guys are ready for the semi-main event of tonight. We'll have to check it out next. It is time for the next match of the evening. Certainly a match that will most likely go a little bit longer than the last match we had. It is TheSleepyPengu. Sleepy had a chance at the Icon Division, but it was completely taken from him after the Coalition systematically took him out in the triple threat, turning that triple threat into ostensibly a 2-on-1 handicap match, which is something that Sleepy is very familiar with, getting caught off guard with stuff like that. That was how he lost his first Icon Division championship. Was Garreth cashed in during a match with Merlin, and they turned it into a triple threat, which basically turned into a 2-on-1. So Sleepy has been screwed out of a championship twice by the same tactic. And he honestly was pretty close to not losing that. And speaking of Merlin and Garreth, MerlinGTB was one of those men that did that to TheSleepyPengu. I know these two will always have a little bit of a animosity towards each other. MerlinGTB versus TheSleepyPengu for our semi-main event tonight. Singles Icon Division one-on-one contest. I know both of these, I feel like a broken record saying this, but I know that both these men want this title opportunity, and a win here is big for both of them, because Sleepy hasn't had a title opportunity for a singles title in a long time, and he finally makes it all the way only to lose in the finals. And we see someone like Merlin, who I feel like we haven't seen. I don't think Merlin. Oh, Merlin was. I was gonna say. I don't think Merlin was in the tournament. He was. Merlin lost to BA Tycho in the first round. Like, Merlin hasn't seen a championship or a Icon Division championship in forever. Let's actually. I'm gonna look at the last time Merlin saw a championship was at Last Call. So it's basically almost been a year, or almost been a full season, I should say, because these are technically not years, since Merlin has held the championship. It probably has been a year at this point, maybe. No, it probably hasn't. It's probably just been under a year. And the last time Sleepy hasn't held it, Sleepy probably hasn't seen it in a year. Because the last time Sleepy had the championship was at Carnal Chaos, which is the next premium live event. So both these two have not seen a championship or an Icon Division championship in a year, basically. So a win here could really shoot up your stock to be like, yeah, I can still earn it. Cross body to the floor. And we know Sleepy doesn't want to fall into that trap of, I made it all the way to the top, lost it, and then keep spiraling. You know, it's so easy to get into the habit of losing, to get into the habit of just being like, well, I'll get it next time, you know? Like, because sometimes there isn't a next time. Breaking the count, setting it back to 1, back body drop. Oof, back body drop flipped over. Dropping Merlin onto his face. It is so easy to just accept defeat. Losing is easy, it's winning that's the hard part. Into the steel steps. Especially when anybody else would take your opportunity, you know? If Sleepy thinks to himself, like, I'll get it next time, Merlin's happily gonna take his opportunity at the championship. So you can't have those thoughts. You can't have that, I'll get it next time mentality. Especially when it comes to opportunities like this. If the bosses upstairs sees that you don't have that fight in you, they're not going to give you these opportunities. Cross body off the middle rope. Sleepy got Merlin in the sleepy hold early. Got it cinched around his neck. The sleepy hold is locked in, wearing down Merlin. We could see Merlin go night-night. Sleepy back up. Ooh, the jumping knee. The step-up knee right to the jaw. I know that did not feel good. And Merlin might be tasting that knee one more time. Go to Sleepy. Merlin fights out of it. Tossing him by his ears. That could have been another quick win for someone in MPW. That could have been a swift win for Sleepy. Off the rope splash. I don't want to hear the lashing that Merlin would be getting from Emrys if he lost that quickly. I would just not go to the back. I'd go straight to my car after the end of the show. You don't want to get a lamp thrown at you. Sleepy going back up top, climbing the ropes for an elbow drop. Sleepy covering Merlin. 1, 2 in the center of the ring. Kick out of 2. It has been Sleepy since opening bell against Merlin. Sleepy going for something. Working the arm, but gets that elbow into the jaw. Running shoulder tackle. Doesn't knock Sleepy down. Spins him around. Shining Wizard! Shining Wizard to the skull. 1, 2. Kick out of 2. Ducks the punch. Off the ropes. Bumps him. Seeing stars to Sleepy. I think that just might be enough for Merlin. Kick out of 2. Almost a quick turnaround for Merlin. Maybe thinking about climbing up the ropes. Oh, a second one. Seeing stars. With authority by Merlin. The comeback was real. Too swift, seeing stars. And Sleepy was out cold. It was that mentality. Merlin could have went home and said, you know what? Merlin could have went home and said, you know what? I'll just get him next time. But Merlin said no. He turned around, grabbed him again, and planted him firmly into the canvas. As we will move on to the next match, the main event of tonight. All right, it is time for the main event of the evening. And we are starting off with Tyranno Maximum. Tied for the longest reigning open-weight championship title reign of all time in a single run. Tyranno Maximum, the first ever to do it. In the last number one contenders tournament, Ty lost to Blueness in the first round, and I guess if you're gonna if you're gonna lose in the #1 contenders tournament, you might as well lose to the person that goes all the way, because then you go, oh, you know, they won the whole thing, you know, like it wasn't my fault that I lost. But Ty is, I feel like I keep saying it, but there's a lot of people that are trapped in that position where they just can't quite get the wins and the opportunities, and Ty is one of them. And I think that this potential chance could be what these people need to get their names in history, etched in the stones of history, in the icon in the idol division. Tyranno Maximum just has a successful career as an animator, 3D artist, graphic designer, you know, but that means nothing when they don't have the Idol Division Championship. I'm just kidding. It means a lot. But the Idol Division Championship is just that important. That would make all those accolades even more special. But Ty's gonna have to go through the last champion, the last Idol Division champion we had before Rize, which feels so weird to say because T hasn't seen the Idol Division Championship in over 100 or 250 days. Roughly around 250 days. T has not seen the championship. So to say she is the former champion feels so weird. Could T be the one to regain the championship from Rize? I mean, T has always been a little bit of Rize's kryptonite when it comes to certain matches, but when it came to that championship match, it was everything Rize needed, you know? It was everything that she had, gave it her all, and won that championship. So maybe that curse has been broken. T already eyeing Ty. Knee strike with the unprotected knee. Driving the knee into Ty's head. Ty said, no worries, I'll punish your head as well in due time. Sidewalk slam. Hooks the leg. A beautiful pin combination there. A little bit too early to call it, but that was really nice. Ooh, step up Inzaguri. On to T. Ty with some sauce. Blue Thunder Bomb. Or should I call that the Red Thunder Bomb? And Ty gets the little shitty little splash off. I'm not demeaning the splash. That's what it's a legal title. And Ty kicking, gonna dead leg T. T finally gets out of that corner. Super kick caught by Ty. Says no, spinning heel kick. T rolls up Ty though. Kick out of one. Stomp to the elbow. Ty going up top. Could we already see it? No. Ty's turning around for a moonsault. Split leg and moonsault. Nobody was home. I thought maybe they were going to put T through a blender. And a big head kick. Ty getting into the corner. Speaking of kicks to the head, Tyranno walked from the corner. Maximum impact to the back of T's head. Moving the arm closer. 1, 2. I don't know what's up the ref's ass with that slow count. Maybe they want to see T challenge Rize for the title. But Ty's about to put T through a blender. Nobody's home. Drop kick. 2 for 2 on the top rope. Will T follows suit. Twisted T connects. She lands her mark. 2. Kick out of 2. Ty nearly falling prey to TeaTheShiba. Ty is in desperate trouble. Blocks the kick for the pedigree. Super kick. Hooks both arms. German! Stomped the back of the head again for some good measure. Ty maybe looking to climb onto the top rope again. Ty might want this nice and personal elbow drop. 0 for 3 again. Maybe testing the waters that time. Gets Ty into the corner. Clothesline. T winding it up for the knee to the face, right on the center of the temple. Kick out of 2 against the turnbuckle. And a little elbow drop. Little elbow drop again. Doesn't connect that second time. Drop kick. And now Ty is looking to risk it all. 1 count. Ty is looking to risk it all over the top rope. Chops, kicks, and a snapmare. Jumping over T. These two are taking it to each other for the main event. Chop dodged and a chop of her own. Ty says, get into the barricade right off the MPW logo. So, running, diving clothesline. I think T was maybe looking for a sling blade or something, but Ty just like a bat out of hell, bouncing right through her. 7. T's got to get up. Ty's not wanting to win that way. Could this be hubris? Or could this be honor? Both words start with H, so I'm not sure. Step up Enziguri. Now targeting that unprotected knee. The not taped up knee of TeaTheShiba. A little bit of payback for all the knee strikes to the head. And I think T's about to give him another one. This time on the floor. Right into the corner of the barricade, but Ty stops them. Sending Ty to the T in the barricade. 6, they gotta figure it out. 7. 8. Ty might just take it. T looks out. 9. I think Ty's gonna take it. T can't get it. I mean, Ty's gonna take the win. If Ty can. I think that last knee said, fuck you, I'm letting you stay outside. 2 countouts. Ty said, I'm letting you take it. For your main event. Tyranno Maximum picks up a win. I mean, kind of an upset victory against TeaTheShiba. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Masu Pro Wrestlington. We'll see what the bosses upstairs think about these latest matches, and we'll see you guys next week.